so we can send this to people that couldn't join us live tonight, but I want to take this time to thank all of you guys for joining us live. I know sometimes getting on a Zoom call is scary for the first time, so thank you for being brave. And we are super excited to share all this information about becoming a coach, what it's like to be a coach, what we do, how we make money, all of that jazz. So if you don't know me, my name is Michelle File, and I'm actually the founder of Fitneek Nation. I started with Beachbody 5 years ago and have built this incredible team of awesome women that you've obviously talked to one of them. So tonight we just want to share with you guys what we do, how we do it, and just give you a really good idea if it's something that you want to explore a little bit more. So I'm not going to take up too much time. We have 3 coaches tonight who are going to share their stories, and we're also going to share a video that will really dive a little deeper into the ins and outs of being a coach, how you earn money, what we actually do every day. So I'm going to get these girls to share their story, and then I'm going to play a little video. And then we can have some time for a Q&A if you guys have questions. So if you're on your desktop, if you kind of scroll the screen to the bottom, you'll see a chat box. You're more than welcome to pop any questions whatsoever that you have in that chat box. And we'll try and answer them all either live or we will answer you in the comments of the chat box. So if you do leave a question, just keep checking there because we sometimes get overloaded with questions and I can't see them all live. So anything at all, like don't hold back, don't be shy. This is when you have us live. This is when you should ask all the questions that you can think of. And of course, if you have anything that comes up after, you can reach out to me anytime. I'm Michelle File on all the social medias, or of course, the coach that added you to this group. So we're going to kick off, and I am going to ask Erin to chat with us first. Erin is a new diamond coach on our team. She's doing amazing. She's building this incredible team, and she is going to share her story with us. Thanks, Erin.
Hey, everyone. Can y'all hear me okay? Okay, so I have been a coach for a little over a year now, and I was familiar with Beachbody. I had done DVDs like 10 years ago in college and to lose weight before my wedding. So I was a little familiar with Beachbody, but I had no clue about the coaching opportunity or really anything other than the workouts. So when I had my baby, I knew that going back to Beachbody was going to help me get in shape and lose my weight. And that is how I started. I joined an accountability group just to lose weight. That was my main goal. My son was born with a club foot though, and we were having to travel every single week to a specialist doctor. It was a 5-hour drive to Dallas and then back to West Texas. And I did that every single week for 8 weeks. So I was literally giving everything to my child. I was not filling myself up at all. It was just taking care of my baby and being on the road all the time and eating fast food and emotional eating. Like I was just not going down a good path. So it was about when my son was 4 months old, I decided like, okay, I got to do this. I got to change. So I started the accountability group, but it wasn't until I really saw like my coach sharing what coaching was doing for her that I started thinking like, maybe this is something I need to think about. I knew when I started the workouts and the nutrition programs and really diving deep into it, I saw the amazing value that these products were giving us and how it was starting to change my life. I knew that it could help change other people's lives. And just doing the workouts from home, I was like, why doesn't every single mom have this? Like, it's just the easiest way to get some you time in the day. So my coach reached out to me and said, like, hey, have you ever thought about it? And I was like, you know what? I actually have. Like, I just think that everyone needs to know about these wonderful solutions that we can share. So I just decided to dive in. And like before I started coaching, I had only lost about 5 to 10 pounds, but I knew that when I started coaching, it was going to give me a little extra accountability because I was going to be sharing, my nutrition and the struggles I was having. I knew it would kind of give me a little extra accountability. So I ended up losing like 25 more pounds once I did start coaching. Um, Being a stay-at-home mom was always something that I had dreamed about, but I never realized how lonely and how isolating it can be sometimes. And I just needed to feel more of a sense of purpose. I knew that like being a mom is amazing, but I knew that there was something more out there for me. So that's really one of the main. It's accountability and just the sense of purpose. And being lonely, like I really had no idea that I was going to meet so many amazing women through this opportunity. The friendships and the bonds and just the support and motivation you get from everyone is it's awesome. Also, when I started coaching, I would wake up when Hunter would wake up screaming, my son, and it was just a terrible way to start my day. And coaching has taught me, like, get up early, make a good morning routine, give yourself a little bit of time just for you to fill yourself up so you can pour into your family the rest of the day, because it's helped me so much. So the friendships, the community, it's really just amazing. And I mean, the extra income is awesome too. That's really not even why I started. I just needed some community and a sense of purpose and to feel like myself again, because sometimes, it's hard being a mom. So just having other people to talk to has been so amazing for me.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing with us. And I think any mom can relate to what Erin said, right? Sometimes you're at home and you've always dreamed of being at home, and then you're like, what? This is what this is all about. And I think we can all share that the community is one of the reasons we all are just so passionate about sticking around. It helps us in so many different areas of our life that you're not ever anticipating. So thanks so much, Erin. Okay, Meg, I'm going to pass it over to you. You're next.
Okay, so I'm Meg. I've been coaching officially for a year and a half, but I've been on Michelle's team almost since she started, really. And one of the main things to piggyback on what Erin said is that I've been around so long because of the community, because of our team. I started to maintain a massive weight loss that I had before Beachbody. And I always say that the weight loss that I have had since then and maintained is the least impressive transformation that I've had since I joined the team and since I've started coaching. Honestly, the mindset shifts that I've had, the friendships that I've built, the relationships that I've built, just how I've completely changed as a human. Completely the most impressive things. Like, I'm a completely different girlfriend, dog mom, daughter, sister, friend. It's just translated into every part of my life. So that's the main thing. Coaching has also really introduced me to people that I never would have connected with otherwise. There are a lot of people on my team that I kind of knew going into coaching, some that I'm kind of related to, but I don't think I would ever be on a Zoom call with them on Monday night. And then a ton of other people as well that are from different provinces, different countries even, that I never would have known if it weren't for this coaching opportunity. So I think that that's really cool, just seeing so many different women from all different places geographically and just different places in their lives that I never would have known otherwise, that have just completely enriched my life. For example, I just got off a team call with some of my coaches and their coaches, and I've seen them on social media for months, but we just had a really great call, and I just connected with them and just gleaned so much information and just some really insightful stuff from these girls, and it was just really rad because I wouldn't have known them otherwise. It's also introduced me to a lot of really awesome experiences that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So from things like the Super Saturdays that we have, the quarterly events that Beachbody puts on, it's a one-day event. For me, the closest place is Toronto, where we go, we meet up as a team, and it's also hundreds of other Beachbody coaches who meet up. These experiences are so awesome to go outside of your comfort zone and meet new coaches, meet people on your team maybe that you have never met before. And so that's really cool, just to like grow out and kind of go outside of your comfort zone. So things like that are quarterly, to the annual Success Club trip that I went on this March, and spent so much time doing so much cool stuff with people on my team who, yeah, we see each other online all the time, but actually spending time together for a whole week and just really getting to know one another and getting to know each other on a completely different level has just been such a game changer. And then the retreat that we had this June, like all these different experiences that I never would have had if it weren't for coaching with people that I never would have spent that much time with. So those are some of the biggest takeaways for me. And I also think too, like, the umbrella of all of this is new experiences in so many different ways. So like spending time with new people, new experiences, but then also new parts of my life that maybe I didn't even know were there. So like, for example, before I started coaching, I always thought I was too busy. But then once I realized it was something I really wanted to do, then all this time has opened up in my schedule. And so that, like, when you really want to do something, you always find a way. And someone said to me a while back, and I thought this is so true, like, if you want something done, ask the busiest person you know. Because if they want to fit it into their schedule, they'll always find a way. And so I feel like that's something coaching has taught me. Like, if you really want to do something and make it a priority, you'll find a way. So just like I've really learned how to prioritize and maximize my schedule, that's something it has taught me. Also, the accountability is unreal. Like, one of the biggest reasons I started was to stay accountable to myself. And then once I started coaching, I knew that if I was staying accountable to myself, the biggest way to reinforce that would be to bring some women along with me. So by starting challenge groups, getting them on board, getting them started with ways that they could change their lives, helping them stay accountable to themselves. But I knew that if I wanted to help other people, I'd have to show up for myself every day. And so they just kind of ended up going hand in hand. So it's just really the perfect pairing that way. And then one last thing I'll say is that I know I've talked to a lot of the people on the women on my team about this, is like, growing up, I didn't always feel like I belonged in a lot of the groups that I was in, because I've been, like, I grew up super overweight and super chubby and just never really feeling like I fit in, because there were a lot of experiences that my girlfriends had that I never got to have, because I couldn't shop at the same stores as them. I didn't have boyfriends like they did growing up, because I just never really fit into that, like, having a boyfriend growing up, because I was like so much different than they were. So there were so many experiences that I didn't have with them growing up that I never really felt like I bonded with them in certain ways. But now with my team, I feel like I bond with them in so many new ways, and it's so different for me. And so I just feel like I fit in a lot better as an adult in a group of women than I ever have in my life. And that's like really huge for me, because I think it's something really important that every woman wants to have, or like every girl wants to have, is like fitting in with girlfriends. And so to finally feel like I have that when I'm 30 years of age is just like really huge for me. So that's been one of the biggest things. And so I don't know if any of you feel that at all, but it's one of the biggest things for me. So definitely wanted to make sure I shared that, because like the fitness and health aside, is like the community. Like, I think that's one of the most common threads that you'll hear, because it's so huge and it just like translates into every part of your life. So those are the biggest ones for me.
Thank you, Meg. I feel like I'm tearing up listening to you. I'm 45, and this is the first time I could probably say the exact same story as Meg, growing up, feeling the exact same way until I started this community and more women started joining, and all of a sudden I had that tribe that I was kind of always looking for growing up. So thank you for sharing. I think it's a common thread that you will hear from all of us, that it starts with the fitness. It starts with the accountability. I lost 80 pounds with Beachbody, but I also needed a bigger sense of accountability. And that's why I started coaching. But it goes way, way, way beyond just fitness workouts and Shakeology once you kind of get into the culture, which is a common thread throughout everyone. So I am now going to introduce Karen. She's a newer coach on our team, and I want to give her a big round of applause for doing this because it's kind of scary, but she has a great story to share. So take it away, Karen.
All right. Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm Karen. I have been coaching for only about 5 months. I am a mom of 2 young girls, 3 and 1.5. And I work full time. I have a 50-minute drive to and from work. My husband also works at a town with a good drive and works a lot of extra hours, so busy. I actually started into this because I was looking for a side income. I just wanted a little bit more for life, if nothing else. And I work in the medical field, and I actually was looking towards doing medical dictation. I know some of the terminology. I thought I can just put in the earplugs, type away, and be good to go. And I mean, I looked a lot into it, and the more I looked into it, the more unfulfilling it seemed. I decided it wasn't for me, couldn't do it. And legitimately, I kid you not, the very next day I saw the What is Coaching post from my coach, Rachel. I followed her and a couple other coaches for a while, and it just never resonated with me for whatever reason. It caught my eye that day. I reached out, we connected, and I jumped in with 2 feet. I have not looked back. I've gained so much from doing this, not to mention clothes fit a little bit better. I've started to lose some of the baby weight from the second one. I'm fitting into clothes that I fit into after my first baby. I mean, those perks are fantastic. The accountability, I love those types of perks. But yeah, same with what the other ladies had to say, the community. I never had a group of girlfriends. I've had friends here and there, but never a group. I don't have girl weekends. I've heard of this phenomenon of girls getting together. And this community and this team is unlike anything I've ever experienced. There's a few coaches that I speak to, maybe not daily, but close to. They know more about me than a lot of other people that I've known for years. We help each other. We support each other. If I get stuck, they've got my back. We bounce ideas off of each other. It's the community. It really is something that's changed. Another thing with everything here is one thing they really talk about is personal development. I listen to podcasts now. Like I said, I have a drive, so I listen to Rachel Hollis, of course, is a good example for just self-building and building myself up mentally as well as the physical aspect of it. I would not be doing that with my medical dictation, let me tell you. I was fortunate enough to be able to go to Summit, which was in India in July, and I had my first girls getaway with the team, and that was the first time I've left my girls, which as a mom, I'm sure a lot of you can relate, is hard to do, and doing it with the community that I have and the friendship that I've made, they've made the transition of going away for the first time a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, there's lots to be gained that I didn't even fathom. And of course, side income is kind of nice.
It is always a little perk, isn't it, Karen?
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen. That was awesome. And as you can see, I mean, there's just so many different things for different people. So many women come into our team with different challenges that are going on and different things going on in their life. But I think that this gives women something for themselves. And whether that's you're coming in because you do want to earn a side income, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's exactly why I started this. I owned a salon and was pretty successful with that. I wasn't looking for necessarily a change. And then this kind of popped up in my life. And as I started thinking about it more and more, I realized, you know, this could get me out of evening work and weekend work. This could maybe be something that could change my life. And 5 years later, I do this full time, and it's been an incredible, incredible journey. And now we're going to learn about all the kind of facts about Beachbody coaching. So what we do, how we do it, how we earn money. So I'm going to share a video with you. I'm just going to share my screen. I hope it's as clear as a bell. I'm just going to cross my fingers and hope that happens. If you have questions as the video is going, just pop them in the chat thread, and we will try and answer all of them either in the chat thread or live after the video.
We are so excited that you want to check out what a Beachbody coach is and how you can join our team. Our team is full of a whole lot of heart and a whole lot of hustle. And although we come from all different kinds of backgrounds, we have the common goal of making the world a healthier and happier place. In fact, our mission is to help others achieve their goals and lead healthy and fulfilling lives. But how do we do that? The first way we do that is to lead by example. So we simply practice what we preach. Our consistency and results with our own proven programs and products is what inspires others to get started. So what proven programs and products are we talking about? We're talking about Beachbody. Beachbody is a global leader in health and fitness, and that's who we partner with as coaches. If you haven't heard of Beachbody, maybe you've heard of P90X, Insanity, or some other amazing programs. Back when P90X was released, there were a lot of people getting amazing results and sharing those results online. These people were also supporting and motivating along the way. The success stories were pouring in, and Beachbody started looking at their future. When CEO Carl Deichler and President John Congdon started examining this success, they realized a huge part of that was from satisfied customers who were sharing their results and their experiences with others. This natural sharing of the programs and products and their love for Beachbody led them to develop a compensation plan where these coaches would start earning income from doing what they were already doing. That was the start of the Team Beachbody coaching opportunity. So as coaches, we use these amazing programs and products and recommend the best ones for others. We have Beachbody On Demand, which is pretty much the Netflix of fitness. Not only do you get access to our amazing fitness programs that are developed by the top fitness experts in the world, they also have individualized meal plans for every single program. At Beachbody, we focus on nutrition just as much as fitness. Shakeology is hands down the best nutritional shake out there. We have so many other amazing nutritional supplements, and we're constantly creating new ones, including the Performance line, which is even a sponsor of the Ironman. One of our most recent programs focuses solely on nutrition and your mindset around food, and is created by a registered dietitian nutritionist. And we can't forget our deliciously addicting beach bars. So the next thing we do as coaches is we authentically share our journey. We simply share our experiences with our amazing programs and products, which inspires others to start. We share with our friends and family and on social media. And do not let that social media part scare you. We will teach you in our training all about how to share your journey. We want you to think progress, not perfection. We are not perfect as coaches. We're all just real people who have the same struggles as everyone else. But we lead by example, and we show other people how they can get it done too. We push play, and we show up for ourselves. And you do not need to be your own health and fitness goal to start helping others and sharing your journey. We're just passionate, everyday people who love helping others. And through the consistent sharing of your journey, that's going to inspire people to come to you and ask you what you've been up to and become interested in joining. And once they decide to join you, you'll simply help pick out the best program for them and their goals. Then we just support them on their journey. So how exactly do we support them online? One way is through our online private challenge groups. These are judgment-free accountability groups where we do daily check-ins, share tips, struggles, recipes, and more to help them out. As a brand new coach, you can join our groups and add your people to those groups. So, why should you join our team and partner with Beachbody? Number one, as coaches, there's no creating meal plans or workout plans. They're already created by the experts. We just align people with the right ones for them. And they're proven to work, so all the work is done for you. Beachbody prides itself in delivering results. And that happens because of rigorous testing and making sure that they're constantly innovating. And I love that they have something for everyone. Number two, no inventory. They handle everything for us. The shipping, the customer service, and there are no big buy-ins as a coach and zero sales requirements for you to remain a coach and get commissions. Customers simply order through our websites that are given to us from Beachbody. Number three, they're constantly training and supporting us along our business and health and fitness journeys. They host daily trainings as well as weekly calls and even events and workshops. Number four, rewards and recognition that they give us. We have monthly rewards and recognition as well as earned vacations and leadership trips. These rewards and recognition are earned simply by helping people and helping your team to be successful. And our team's favorite reward, the trips that you can earn. It's not just for you, it's for your spouse or a guest as well. Our team had so much fun in Mexico this year, and we would love to see you on a future trip with us. This is your business that you get to build however you want. Because it's all online, it's flexible hours. You also get to decide if you want to work towards a part-time income or a full-time income. And your goals can change at any time, so don't ever discount the fact that you could make this a full-time income. Many of the full-time coaches on our team never intended to leave their full-time careers, but goals and circumstances change. When you start to reap the benefits of this amazing business, as well as get the pure satisfaction of helping other people and getting those messages of, you changed my life. It's really, really hard to not want to do this every second of your day, especially once you realize that there is no ceiling on your income potential and you get the freedom to work the hours you want, wherever you want. And as a coach in our community, you are surrounded by amazing, like-minded, and positive people, and they lift you up and push you to be your best self. Being surrounded by these people is one of the best forms of accountability in your own health and fitness goals. So, if you made it this far, we know you're ready to get started on our team. First things first, remember, we're always working on ourselves first. So we'll ask you some questions that help you choose the right program for you. We'll also recommend the best nutritional products for you and your goals right now as well. Then we'll bundle those together in what we call a challenge pack for you to get the best deal. That is all you have to do to invest in building a business of your dreams. And get this, your coach sign-up fee is waived when you buy a package. Your only initial investment into this business is an investment into yourself. These are programs and products that you're going to use to better your health. And just like all of our products, the coaching opportunity itself is also zero risk. There is nothing to lose. When you sign up as a coach with a challenge pack, your coaching sign-up fee is waived. And if after 30 days you're not impressed with the challenge pack, then you can return it. No questions asked. Even if you've finished a whole bag of Shakeology, we will take it back empty because we stand behind our products. After your first month, your only requirement is the $15.95 business service fee. That covers the websites that they give us to use to send our customers to order, as well as our coach online office to help us run our business. It also covers our 24/7 customer service, as well as the inventory and order fulfillment, because remember, we don't have to stock up on a bunch of inventory. Our customers just order through our website and it's sent directly to them. It also goes towards our support and trainings that are so valuable. And if you or your spouse are active military or veterans, your fee is waived per month as a thank you for serving our country. You can cancel at any time. We don't have any long-term commitments or anything like that. So the next thing you're going to do is you're just going to either continue or start your journey. And while you're doing that, you'll start our new coach training. And that's going to teach you everything you need to know as a new coach. And the last thing is that you're going to just start sharing your journey and inviting others, which you'll learn more about in our training. We truly hope that this looks like a great fit for you, and we can't wait to have you join our team. Please reach out to your coach and ask any questions you might have.
All right. Was that pretty clear? Was that okay? You guys could hear it okay? Okay, awesome. Cool. Okay, who has questions? I don't think that's my music.
Hey guys, Melissa Blevins with melissablevins.com, where I teach practical money and marketing tips to the free-spirited nerd. Today I want to talk to you a little bit
Sorry about that. I thought someone was bringing us some music. Okay, does anybody have any questions? I don't see any in the chat, which is totally fine. Anybody? Quiet bunch. You can unmute yourself and ask a question. Okay, well, if nobody has any questions, that's amazing. I honestly think that video is so descriptive and really does share all the best things about Beachbody. Something that I think Meg mentioned was the trips, and that's often something that I know for me, I've been able to take my family on a trip every year, which I most likely wouldn't have done otherwise. Okay, here's a question. Is there another Shakeology that can be used if we have issues with the regular one? Yeah, so we have a vegan flavor that is made, it's obviously dairy free, so it's made with pea protein that you can try. We also have other supplements that we have the performance line, we have a pre-workout, we have a recover. There's lots of different options for our supplement line, but I would try the vegan if what you've been trying so far has been the regular formula. So the regular has dairy in it and the vegan doesn't. I know for myself, the vegan is better on my system. I think a lot of us say that, so you might want to try that one. All the same, it comes in all the same flavors as well. Anybody else brave enough to ask me a question? Okay, guys, that's fine. We don't want this to run very long. We really just like to get the information out to you. You can always, always, always reach out to the coach that added you. You're welcome to message me anywhere on social media if you have some questions. And I hope to see you all welcomed into our team over the next few days. Thanks, guys.